was 100% intended to be a joke. I can see why it came off as insensitive, and I apologize for that. I also understand that the current price of the cookies may be expensive for some, and promise will continue to consider pricing to keep Mina as affordable as possible. This is what was said towards one rude chatter. I did not intend it to be a general statement towards my community. I don't think it was a joke. I don't think she meant it as a joke. Here's why I don't think it was a joke. It's because she said a lot of things before and after that that reinforced what she thought. And you can even see that. I watched this off stream. I watched Charlie's video about this a little bit, and Charlie actually posted some of what she said after that.
What happened next? Because this is only 20 seconds. I thought there was a chance that right after it, she's like, no, just kidding. I'm pulling your leg, hardy har har, just a joke. She doesn't do that.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. If you want to pay $8 for Twitter Blue for some pixels, that's okay. That's fine. You spend your money how you want. I'll spend mine how I want. And everyone else will spend theirs how they want. That's the beauty.
That seems to be where the topic died, at least from...
So there it is. So, like, why would you... It doesn't logically make sense that you would tell a joke and then justify it. Because...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pokemon situation, the Cookie Monster incident, continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. This is a perfect teachable moment from start to finish about how not to run a business, how not to be a streamer, how not to conduct yourself. Because everything that this woman has done has been detrimental to her case. In the first place, you had, in that video that I showed, Asmongold reacting to a video from Moist Critical, which is replaying Pokimane's worst moments, her most condescending moments that are going to make people look at her and go, wow, this person is really awful. But not only that, now the biggest content creators on the platform are talking about how bad your apology is. So you have managed to not only not take accountability and release a terrible apology, but now the biggest content creators are still talking about this, generating more content off of this, getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views on this, all because you couldn't handle the situation. You couldn't critically think about what's best for business. You only thought about yourself. And you, Pokimane, are like most women in the content creation space. You are allergic to accountability. You do not have the ability to just say, I'm sorry. That was an insensitive, rude, crass, ignorant thing to say. I shouldn't have said it. I was upset at this person, but it doesn't justify my words. That's not what she did. She attempted to say, well, it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. Which, the moment that you say it's a joke when it's clearly not, that diminishes all the rest of what you may say. So, ladies and gentlemen, the importance of learning from these situations is so that you can better equip yourself to not do something like this in the future. I'm not here just to rag on Pokimane. It's fun because she's an obnoxious, condescending bitch, but that's not the main point. There are a lot of awful people online. My point here is that she is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. She is in a position to make a lot of money, to do a lot of good if she wanted to, but she blunders. And a lot of these people in these content creator spaces, they blunder because despite claiming she has media training, she doesn't. Because in the first place, like I mentioned in my previous video, there are ways that you could tactfully address the claim that your product is overpriced. I'll give you an example. Carnivore Snacks, SNAX. That is a premium priced meat chip, basically. It's an air-dried chip. I don't know how they do what they do, but they get criticism all the time about being overpriced because they're selling ribeye chips at like $40 a bag. So it's a premium product. What they do not ever do, and I've seen them address this complaint, what they do is they say the price of the quality of meat that we're getting here is reflected in the higher quality of the price. We understand that this may not be for everyone. It's a premium price product because it's a premium product. They do not ever say, ha ha, you're fucking broke. Or make some kind of asinine statement about, oh, what, you can't afford $40? You can buy, that's like a couple Starbucks drinks a month. No, they handle it very tactfully. They say, our product is better than what's on the market. We have a baseline cost because of the high quality of ingredients. We understand that it's a premium priced product. We're comfortable with that. We appreciate your feedback. Like regular ass customer service. And yes, their products are very high. They have sales from time to time. They're not huge sales. But my point is that business was dealing with the same situation as Pokimane. But they handled it better. And it is very similar because while a meat chip isn't technically jerky, it is similar. It's hard to create a reasonable distinction. You could go get biltong chips, or you could go get jerky, which is essentially the same thing. Theirs is better, but how are you going to argue when you can go to Walmart and get a giant bag of beef jerky for like $12? How are you going to pay $40 for this giant bag? Well, the way they do it is by selling it on the fact that there are only 2 ingredients, the fact that it's a better process, the fact that it's a higher quality cut of meat. There are ways that you can sell a premium product even when something else at Costco is roughly the same price or lower for more volume. But Pokimane, because she is such a toxic, entitled, narcissistic person, her knee-jerk is to try to shame people for not being able to afford it, which is the worst thing that you can do. And then to apologize but not take responsibility is again bad for business, because people are going to talk about it like I am. I never would have made another video about Pokimane. For my channel, it doesn't get many views. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because, like most of my videos, I think it's valuable to teach a lesson here. Because who knows, there could be somebody who watches this video who takes this lesson to heart and prevents themselves from being in a situation similar to this in the future. You never know. This is valuable to learn what not to do. Because if you're in a position like her, you have an opportunity to do a lot of stuff. And now she's going to have to spend the next who knows how long doing damage control for her reputation. Unless she just wants to ignore it completely. Which again, I wouldn't recommend. Because people will add this to the list of things they don't like about her. And that's unfortunately what people are going to talk about for the next couple months. Anytime she talks about something, she's going to be known as the Cookie Monster. That's why I think it's such a fitting name for her. She is the Cookie Monster now. So, there is an additional issue here. Hassan Piker is defending her. Oh God, as a business owner, I cannot imagine a worse DEFCON 1 situation. Is DEFCON 1 the bad one? I think DEFCON 5 is like not so bad. DEFCON 1 is really bad. Not only are the biggest content creators on the space talking about your video negatively, but Hassan is also talking about your situation and he's defending you. The guy that supports Hamas terrorists, the guy that is genuinely one of the most repugnant, evil, irredeemable, soulless sacks of shit, the dumbest human being walking the face of the earth, several generations inbred, I guarantee it. That guy is defending you. Holy shit, that is poison for your brand. I can't imagine a worse advertisement than Hassan is standing up for my cookies. The champagne socialist. Oh, man. I do not envy Pokimane's situation, but unfortunately for her, it's all self-inflicted. It didn't have to go this way. It didn't. I don't understand why she wouldn't take the graceful way out. I don't understand why she said the comment in the first place. The cookies are expensive. They are expensive. They can go to Costco and get the same cookies for a premium price. So why would you not try to create a value-added proposition to make your cookies and your brand and yourself look more valuable than what they can get? That is a sign of a brilliant marketer. You have the ability, Pokimane, you have the ability to create cookies that people will pay more for because of your brand. But when you damage the thing that is going to be the reason for the increased price, which is supporting you, backing you, because you are saying this is my cookie, this is my thing, when you damage that, you damage the whole proposition. Now, the cookies at Costco are looking even better and you're looking even worse. You have less to work with than you initially started. Because as I said in my other video, you could sign some of these packs of cookies. You could say, hey, we've signed 100 bags of cookies put randomly in this first batch, this first order. If we're not going to charge you any more for the signature. One lucky bag, I'm gonna put on some lipstick, give it a kiss. Okay? Make it a fucking collector's item. I don't know. Pokimane, because she's got simps and beta males that are willing to throw their life savings at her, she could use that as a marketing tool to generate a lot more money. She could have said, well, I'm gonna put my perfume on this, I'm gonna give it a kiss, and I'm gonna sign it. Those tier 3 beta males would go through the inventory like nothing. They would put everything they can into buying those cookies. Instead, you just put them out there like they're an ordinary cookie. At the very least, Amaranth is a smarter business person. Her vaginal yeast beer, which is so fucking disgusting, it makes me nauseous thinking about it. That's still brilliant marketing. It is. It'll gross you out. People will buy it as a gag gift. There are applications to buy that, and people will pay it. Because of who Amaranth is, because of the ridiculousness of the concept. I don't know how many people are going to buy it to drink it, maybe her tier 3 subs. But my point here is that good business requires you to take advantage of opportunities that present themselves. Pokimane had an opportunity. She had a product that was almost identical to something else on the market that they could get for less money. But the difference maker was her. Now, I don't like Pokimane. I don't like her content. I don't see the appeal. I don't understand it. But I don't understand why people watch Hassan. I don't understand why people watch any of these people. To me, they're all ungrateful idiots. But the fact remains that Pokimane was in a unique position to take this idea for all it's worth. And instead, she fumbled it. And actually gave more marketing to the Costco cookies that I had never heard of. I had never heard of the midnight cookies at Costco before this Pokimane situation. So now, in the unlikely event that I would buy something like this, I would go to the Costco cookies first. That's what she has done. Instead of making me want to buy it by adding a value-added proposition. And by the way, when I say me, I don't mean me actually. I mean one of her potential customers who would actually buy from a fucking streamer. Imagine buying a anything, food, drinks. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a bottle of Prime. Imagine buying something from a fucking streamer. Yeah, I want a new PC. Let me go to a bunch of streamers. I mean, holy shit. No, I wouldn't buy anything these people are peddling. Unless it's like a t-shirt or a piece of merch that, is a low-risk proposition. But holy criminy. This is an embarrassing situation that is born of ego, narcissism, and an inability to take accountability for your mistakes, which is the most valuable lesson that I could ever pass to somebody. Be willing to take accountability for your mistakes. Be willing to apologize unequivocally. Say, I made a statement in anger. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. It was insensitive. We will look at the criticisms about the cookies in the future. We appreciate you sticking by us. And there's no excuse for what I said. I'm sorry. I respect every one of my tier 3 subs and my tier 2 subs and my subs in general, because without you, I wouldn't be in this position. But Pokimane doesn't believe that. She doesn't believe in the reality before her that without her fans giving her money, she would be nothing. She doesn't believe that. She believes it's reversed. That she deserves all of this, and the people are just lucky to be there. Which is absurd considering all the variables and factors here. I don't think I'm telling any tales out of school, but Pokimane, if she weren't doing this, she'd probably be flipping fucking burgers or working as a barista at Starbucks. I have not seen one spark of creativity or intelligence or anything about her that is unique enough that would make it on its own without a bunch of horny young men giving her their life savings because they're under the delusion that somehow, some way, if they give her enough money, maybe at a convention she will suck their penis out of pity. That is the legacy of Pokimane. Aside from being an unbelievable bitch that doxes people and is just an all-around toxic, despicable piece of garbage that doesn't deserve any of what she's gotten. And you can tell that by how she treats the people who gave her everything she has. Anyway, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time.